Let's go back because I really want to get through some of this. The Lord God is the spirit called Father. 3 in 1. This is where you have the triunity, friends. The triunity is not here. Christ is a single, visible God to the angels. The angels cannot see him. Why not? Because every spirit is invisible. I showed you that right here. I didn't make that up, friends. It came from the book. God himself is spirit. The A right here is mine. For clarity. God is spirit. You are spirit. The angels are spirit. Every single one of us are spirits. Now, we also exist inside of a body. God exists inside of a body. Just like you do. Listen to this. A spirit is eternal. We went through that. Immortal, invisible. Then we showed you here in Hebrews 12 that God is the creator of all spirits, making him Father. All right. So if you create this pen, you are the father of this pen. If you created electricity, you are the father of electricity. You create a rocket, you're the father of all rockets. That's all it means. Are you the father of all rockets if somebody else created? No, but you were the first. So you became the father of it simply because you were the first. All right. So God is the father of spirits. Is he the father of bodies? No, he's not the father of bodies. He's the father of spirits because the spirits are the real person. We did this. So we looked at these words, and the words matter, friends. He makes, he creates. Let us create mankind. The word is anthropos, man, woman, child, mankind, in our image. What is God's image? God's image is a spirit. God's likeness is his intelligible attributes and his communicable attributes. That's what the likeness is. His intelligible attributes, his communicable attributes. We know it as the soul. Do a spirit have a voice? No. Why not? If he had one, you wouldn't know it. He's invisible. He needs vocal cords. He needs the ability to think and reason. Intelligible. Communicable. God gave you this. Now, can a soul speak? It can speak, but you can't hear it. Why not? Because the soul and the spirit don't have ears. Soul and the spirit don't have ears? No, the soul and the spirit don't have ears. If they had it, they're invisible. How would you even know they have ears? So God did something else. What did he do? He formed a man. Look, he forms, in Genesis 2, I showed you that, where he formed the body out of dust. He formed the angels a different kind of body. He just don't tell you about it. But the fact that you can see them and they look similar to us, some of them, tells you they have a body. Because you cannot see a soul, you cannot see a spirit. Both are invisible. So it's obvious that angels have bodies, all of them. There are no disembodied spirits, friends. So when God says this, that he forms the spirit of man within him, what is he talking about? He's talking about Genesis 2 right here. The exact same thing he mentioned to us in Genesis chapter 2. Look at what God did in verse 7. And the Lord God formed man. So what actually is he forming? The man? The spirit? No, friends. The spirit was formed or created over in chapter 1. The soul and the spirit is already in existence. So now when he says he's forming something, he formed what? What part of the man? Notice he still called it just a single entity, even though two parts already exist. Even though the spirit exists, even though the soul exists, these two parts already exist. And God started giving these two parts commands. Let them have dominion over everything that I've made in the physical realm. But he still calls it man. Even though in Genesis 1:26, he called them to man or mankind. So you see what's going on? All three parts make up a single entity or single person called a man. What makes the difference between a woman and a man? The soul and the spirit? No, the soul and the spirit has no physical characteristics. None. Zero. The spirit doesn't look like a woman. And if it did, you would know it because the spirit is invisible. The soul doesn't look like a man. If it did, you wouldn't know it because there's no physical characteristics of a soul. So what makes the spirit and soul or the makeup a man or a woman? The body in which the spirit and soul are placed. Do you understand that? What makes a man and a woman? The type of body God puts it in. Why are there no female angels? Because God determined to put them all in male type bodies. Why does God identifies as male? Because his body is male. X, Y chromosomes. Male, female. That's the difference. The difference isn't in the spirit and the soul. The difference is in the body that he made. Remember, this is only for the male right here. This right here, chapter 2, verse 7, is only for the male. The male is made out of the dust that comes from the ground. The female is not made out of the dust come from the ground. Well, yeah, it's talking about both of them. No, it's not. Not according to the book. Maybe according to you, but according to God, that's not how it works. Then how does it work, Kevin?